What have I noticed? As the years pass, maintaining a tidy home becomes more difficult. You can move furniture and scrub floors with ease when you're younger. However, the back begins to speak once the knees begin to creak, and it seems like there is a price tag of suffering associated with every endeavor. That's precisely why I put this together. Do I really need to mop under the couch? Who's even looking under there anyway? These aren't your normal spring cleaning suggestions that make you want to polish baseboards while sporting an apron and humming contentedly. Not at all. These are practical tips for people who are elderly, crippled, or simply fed up with cleaning by hand. These are the kinds of methods that make you ask yourself, wait a minute.
Why didn't I know this sooner? So pour yourself a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's discuss how to maintain a tidy home without breaking the bank or your soul. First and foremost, utilize long-handled instruments as if they were an extension of your body. Here's something I've discovered the hard way. When you're older and in pain, bending, squatting, or stretching is practically an Olympic sport. The only issue is that you don't receive a medal for it, only a stiff back and sore knees. Long-handled tools come in quite handy in this situation. I prefer to think of them as extensions of your body, as if you were an octopus all of a sudden. Not all cobwebs in the corner can be removed with a long-handled duster.
It's for pet hair along the baseboards, crumbs beneath the table, and yes, even that sock that has been under your bed since Christmas. According to a guy I know, his all-purpose picker-upper is a golf ball retriever. Can you envision? Like he's playing the most bizarre game of golf in the world. He snatches Kleenex, pens, and even his remote control as he moves around the house. He claims it is more effective than the expensive official grabbers found in catalogs. Another one is this one. Scrubbing brushes with long handles. I was told by an arthritic woman that she stopped using her knees to scrub her shower tiles years ago. She now uses a long-handled brush to stand at the entryway, sprays the cleaner, and simply sweeps it gently.
My back will never forgive me if I bend, twist, or do anything else. She refers to this as her lazy mop dance. These instruments have the advantage of allowing you to avoid all the minor motions that can cause significant discomfort in the future. Stooping, twisting, reaching down. These may seem insignificant, but it's like expecting your body to perform parkour when you have painful joints or nerves. You don't have to if you have the correct tool. You simply reach out with your extra arm, give it a quick grasp or sweep, and carry on with your day. Therefore, I urge you to get one of these instruments if you've been tormenting yourself by stooping for every crumb and fallen object. You'll have a cleaner home and feel like Inspector Gadget. Second, take a seat and clean.
A game chair is a rolling chair. Let me now explain the absolute genius of sitting while cleaning. The person who stated the cleaning must be done while standing had never had swollen feet, stiff spines, or poor hips. Everything changes when you sit. I know a woman who practically cleans her whole kitchen from a rolling office chair. She moves from counter to counter as if she were operating a small cleaning truck. Place the plates in the dishwasher. Clean the counters. Simple to reach. A few crumbs should be swept. Simply turn one foot over and you're done. Her legs hurt when she stands for extended periods of time, thus she swears by it. I even read of a man with chronic back pain who keeps a tall bar stool next to his washing and dryer. To be honest, when I first heard about it, I thought, now that's the kind of innovation NASA needs. While folding laundry or moving clothes, he sat there. He stated, "I still hate laundry, but at least I don't feel like I'm collapsing afterward." A smart man. Additionally, sitting does not equate to laziness. Not at all. You become more strategic as a result. Because it doesn't sound like torture, it's the difference between saying, "I'll try to clean the kitchen later," and actually doing it. There's a hidden perk as well. One of my friends even joked, "If I can roll through the house like a queen on her throne and still get my dusting done, I'll take it." You save time in addition to energy.
You're not pausing every 5 minutes while sitting to straighten your back, rub your knees, or catch your breath. You simply continue to move like a caretaker on wheels. Here is what I would advise. Any place where you spend a lot of time cleaning should have a solid chair or stool. Better yet, if you can acquire a rolling chair. It's more than a chair. It's similar to having power steering for household tasks. 3. Spritz and leave. Let the housekeeper handle the cleaning. This is where cleaning comes in. Growing up, the majority of us believed that you had to get clean like you were trying out for a muscular commercial. I mean, do you recall the times when your mother or grandmother would clean that floor till it was virtually squeaking? Newsflash then.
These days, cleaners are designed to perform the scrubbing for you. The chemicals really desire the job. Giving them time is all that is required. This advice comes from a man I know who has shoulder problems. He claims that his worst nemesis in the past was his shower tiles. After scrubbing for 10 minutes, he would apply an ice pack for the following 3 days. At last, he began to spray the tiles at night, go to bed, and just rinse them off in the morning. He laughed and said, "I wake up, take a shower, and my bathroom cleans itself while I sleep. It's like I hired a maid who works the night shift. That's the beauty of the spray and walk-away trick. Oven a mess, spray, close the door, and go watch your favorite show. By the time you're back, the cleaner has loosened up the gunk and all you need is a light wipe. Greasy stovetop? Spray it. Go make a sandwich and wipe it down later. Even toilets work the same way. Let the cleaner sit for a bit while you go do literally anything else more fun. Here's where the magic really happens. It saves your energy. Instead of burning yourself out scrubbing like you're in boot camp, you let the cleaner do the heavy lifting while you put your feet up. Honestly, the toughest part of this hack is resisting the urge to scrub right away. You've got to learn to walk away. Spray it, forget it, and trust the process. Think of it as your own little cleaning assistant that doesn't complain, doesn't need coffee, and doesn't ask for a paycheck.
4. Use tongs wrapped with microfiber cloth. Now let me tell you about one of the funniest, most clever hacks I've ever come across. Turning kitchen tongs into your personal duster. I'm serious. Grab those barbecue tongs, the ones that haven't seen a grill in years, wrap them with microfiber cloths, and boom, you've got yourself the ultimate dust-grabbing item pinching contraption. One woman said she started doing this when she could no longer twist and stretch to clean her blinds. She just wrapped her old salad tongs with a rag, clipped them on each slat, and slid down the line. She said it was like giving her blinds a massage. Honestly, the mental picture of someone pampering their blinds still makes me chuckle. And don't limit yourself to blinds.
I've seen people use tong dusters on ceiling fan blades, under couches, along banisters, anywhere dust likes to hide. One guy with bad knees swore it saved him because he could dust baseboards without ever getting down on the floor. He just reached down with his tong tool and dragged it along like he was flipping a pancake. The beauty here is that microfiber cloths do the catching and the tongs do the grabbing. It's like having little pinchers that can hug dust bunnies to death. And since most of us already have tongs lying around, you don't even have to buy some fancy gadget. Plus, there's something kind of fun about it. Cleaning feels less like a chore and more like a weird science experiment. You're standing there with your tongue duster snapping at dust like you're playing a game of whack-a-ole. I know one woman who said she started naming hers Mr. Pinchy and claims she cleans more now just because it feels silly and fun. So, if you've been avoiding those blinds, ceiling fans, or hard-to-reach places because twisting your body hurts too much, try this hack. Who knew a pair of tongs could turn into your best cleaning buddy? 5. Keep cleaning supplies in multiple rooms. Here's one of those hacks that seems obvious once you hear it, but you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. The idea is simple. Don't keep all your cleaning supplies in one place. Scatter them around like secret weapons tucked into every room. I learned this one from a woman who said her knees made even short walks feel like marathons. She used to keep all her sprays, clothes, and scrubbers in a bucket in the laundry room. Every time she noticed a little toothpaste blob in the bathroom sink, she'd think, well, I'd have to walk all the way across the house to get the supplies. What then did she do? Nothing. The work was made worse by the fact that the blob resided there without paying rent until cleaning day. Then she became intelligent. She began hiding a rag and spray bottle beneath each sink. She now simply wipes the toothpaste lump and continues on. It's similar to providing healthy snacks in every room, she told me. I chuckled, but she's correct. The task becomes a fast swipe and go instead of a maybe later effort when the tools are right there. Here's an additional bonus. It conserves energy. Carrying a bucket of goods about is like dragging a ball and chain if you have a sore hip or a grumpy back. Cleaning becomes a succession of small, painless moments rather than a single, massive, draining endeavor when supplies are available in every room. Some people even go so far as to have a little caddy on their bedside table, so they can deal with it immediately if they spill tea or see dust while reading in bed. No justifications. It's humorous, but after you give it a try, you won't want to stop. Pulling wipes and sprays out of every nook and cranny of your home will make you feel like a wizard. Toothpaste in the sink, huh? And bam! For that, I have a spray. It turns cleaning become a rapid reflex rather than a labor. 6. Make doing laundry a sit-down task. Perhaps the greatest underappreciated exercise of all time is doing laundry. It's obvious that the person who created washers and dryers believed that everyone was built like a gymnast. Lift, twist, bend, and repeat. It's a recipe for trouble if you have pain or mobility problems. That's why it's brilliant to make doing laundry a sit-down task. I know a man who swears by placing his laundry basket on a chair next to the washing since he has chronic back problems. He simply moves clothing from basket to machine in small handfuls rather than stooping all the way to the floor. He told me, "I used to feel like I was wrestling an alligator every laundry day. Now I just scoop and drop." And here's another trick: smaller baskets. I know it sounds like more work because you'll be carrying more loads, but think about it. Would you rather haul one massive back-breaking basket or two light, easy ones? I read about a woman with arthritis who finally switched to smaller baskets and said it was life-changing. "I don't dread laundry anymore," she said. "I just take it in little bites. Folding can also be done sitting down, and honestly, it should be." One woman with hip pain folds all her clothes on her bed. She'll sit, fold a shirt, lie back for a minute, fold another shirt, lie back again. She called it her rest folding method. I told her that sounded more like a spa day than laundry, but hey, it works. And if folding feels like too much, guess what? Half the people I know just don't do it anymore. They hang what they can and the rest goes in drawers wrinkled. One guy shrugged and said, "Wrinkles are just fabric personality." I think he's right. The point is, laundry doesn't have to be an exhausting battle. By sitting down, breaking loads into smaller bits, and giving yourself permission to rest between steps, you turn it from a chore that knocks you out for the day into just another part of your rhythm, and who knows, you might even start looking forward to it if you add some music or a good show while you fold. 7. Use liners to cut future work in half. You know what the real enemy of a clean house is? Sneaky spills, the kind that hide under the milk jug in the fridge until you move it and bam, you've got a sticky science experiment growing on your shelf. Or that time the lasagna bubbled over in the oven and baked itself into a permanent souvenir. If you've ever had to scrub something like that, you know it's not just annoying, it's exhausting, especially when bending and scrubbing leave you sore for days. That's why liners are a total game changer. They're like little shields that take the hit so you don't have to. Some folks line their fridge shelves with plastic mats, reusable fridge liners, or even old place mats. One woman I read about just cuts up cheap plastic tablecloths from the dollar store. When something spills, she doesn't even flinch. She just lifts out the liner, rinses it in the sink, and puts it back. 5 minutes, no cursing, no aching joints. Same goes for the oven. A man with arthritis told me he uses disposable oven liners, and I swear he sounded happier about that than about his new recliner. He said, "The day I stopped scrubbing baked-on cheese off the oven floor was the day I started enjoying cooking again." Honestly, who can blame him? If your oven looks like a war zone, just drop in a liner. When it gets messy, toss it out and replace it. Easy. And don't sleep on microwave covers. A simple lid or even a paper towel over your leftovers can save you from scraping tomato sauce off the microwave walls. One lady told me she keeps a set of silicone covers in her drawer and just calls them her splatter guards.
She said they're her most valuable kitchen tool, right after her coffee maker. What I love about liners is they're about prevention, not punishment. You're setting yourself up so the next mess barely counts as work. It's like saying, go ahead, spaghetti sauce, do your worst. I've got a shield. And for folks like us, where scrubbing isn't just annoying, but painful, prevention is everything. 8. The 15-minute rule. And then stop. Now let's talk about the rule that saved my sanity, the 15-minute rule. See, a lot of us fall into the trap of thinking cleaning has to be an all-day event. You know how it goes. You start vacuuming, then you notice the baseboards, then suddenly you're on your hands and knees scrubbing behind the fridge.
By the time you're done, your body feels like it's been run over, and you're out of commission for the next 2 days. That's where the 15-minute rule comes in. Set a timer for 15 minutes, do what you can, and then stop. Yes, actually stop. Don't cheat. Don't say just 5 more minutes. Nope. When the timer goes off, you're done. A friend of mine with chronic back pain swears by this. He vacuums 1 room per day, never more. He told me, my house isn't spotless at any one time, but by Friday, it's all clean, and I still have energy left to enjoy my weekend. That's the beauty of it. Instead of one exhausting cleaning marathon, you spread the work into little sprints you can actually handle. And let me tell you, the mental relief is just as good as the physical. 15 minutes doesn't feel overwhelming. Anyone can handle that. Some days, all he does is wipe down the bathroom sink and call it a win. And you know what? That is a win. I even heard from a woman who gamifies it. She sets her kitchen timer, puts on some music, and treats it like a race. She said, sometimes I only get halfway through the dishes, but hey, that's half more than I had before. That kind of thinking changes everything. It shifts cleaning from being this giant looming monster into something bite-sized and doable. And here's the kicker. Sometimes you'll feel good enough after 15 minutes that you want to keep going. That's fine too, as long as you know you can stop at any point without guilt. The trick is giving yourself permission to stop before you break yourself down. So, next time you look around and feel that heavy weight of, I'll never get all this done, just remember you don't need to. You just need 15 minutes. Set the timer, knock out what you can, and then go rest with a smile because you earned it. 9. Let technology do the heavy lifting. Here's the truth. Technology is one of the best things that's happened to cleaning. I know some folks get nervous about gadgets, but once you try them, it's hard to go back. Take robot vacuums, for example. Those little round guys are like having a pet that actually helps you out for once. You press a button, it whirs to life, and suddenly you're sitting in your recliner watching dust disappear. One woman in her 70s said she named hers George. She treats him like a roommate. George vacuums while I nap.
She told me he's the most helpful man I've ever lived with. Now, if that doesn't sell you on the idea, I don't know what will. And you don't have to stop with robot vacuums. Lightweight cordless vacuums are another gift from the cleaning gods. Forget dragging around those old clunky uprights that sound like a jet engine taking off. A cordless stick vacuum is light, easy to maneuver, and doesn't leave you tripping over cords. A guy I know with bad knees said his kids bought him one, and now he vacuums every other day just because it feels so easy. He laughed and said, I feel like a Jedi swinging a lightsaber. Even tiny scrubbers with battery-operated brushes are available.
One woman with arthritis informed me that she uses hers on the bathtub and that it's the only reason she still bothers to clean it herself. She said, that brush is my best friend. It truly listens to me, unlike my husband. This is the bottom line. Allow the machines to assist you. Why not let technology do the bending, sweeping, and cleaning if your body isn't up to the task? It's survival, not cheating.
Consider it akin to employing a small group of unpaid silent aides. 10. Accept enough cleaning. This is perhaps the most significant lesson of all. There are moments when good enough is indeed good enough. I used to believe that cleaning was about removing every dust particle from the bookcase, every streak from the window, and every crumb off the couch. However, you know what? Our bodies don't always agree with perfectionism, and life is too short. I know a senior who said it best. Another woman smiled and remarked that she had stopped ironing years ago. If I can see out the window, it's clean enough. I don't need everything glittering like a showroom. That's wisdom right there. She told me that wrinkles are just fabric personality. To be honest, I wish I had come up with that line myself. In all honesty, no one will enter your home wearing white gloves and inspect the tops of your cabinets. If they do, give them a duster and encourage them to use it. It's important that your house feels safe, cozy, and livable, not flawless. You have to conserve your energy for things that truly make you happy when you're old, incapacitated, or suffering from chronic pain. Perhaps that means spending time with your grandchildren, caring for your plants, or simply reading a good book while cleaning the back of the refrigerator until your back hurts. That's not on the list. One man told me that his mantra is clean enough to be healthy, messy enough to be happy. I adore that. Instead of feeling bad about what you can't achieve, it relieves pressure and makes you proud of what you can. So feel free to leave some dust on the shelf. Allow the laundry to remain unrolled. The streak F-free shine should be avoided. It's not necessary for your house to resemble a magazine spread. All it has to do is feel like yours. And sometimes allowing yourself to quit striving for perfection is the most clever, considerate cleaning tip of all. That's it. Practical cleaning tips for people who are elderly, crippled, or in pain. These aren't about overdoing it or acting as though you have the same level of energy as when you were 25. They're about discovering small shortcuts that have a significant impact on the feel of your house and working smarter, not harder. In actuality, you can use the energy you save from scrubbing, bending, and lifting to do something enjoyable, as well as your home. It doesn't have to be immaculate. All you need is for it to feel comfortable, safe, and welcome. That's the kind of cleanliness that matters most. Please hit the like button, subscribe for more cleaning-related advice, and forward this video to a friend who might benefit from a little respite. Because perfection isn't the point in the end. Making life a little lighter is the goal.